welcome back to Glory Hunter, episode 4. With Manchester United so far, we're doing pretty well, I've got to admit. Let's go to the schedule, get straight into this. As you can see, after our 1-1 draw with Tottenham, which ended the winning streak, we've actually done pretty well. We had a 4-0 win against Leicester with Anthony Martial scoring 3, and a Soyuncu own goal, which was pretty odd. Borussia Mönchengladbach again, Martial and Pogba sort of being the key players. Martial just on a big run at the moment. 2 hat-tricks in the space of 3 games. 8 goals in 3 games. He's just absolutely destroying it, Anthony Martial. He is now a star player. He's deemed world class. He's improving. His finishing's gone up to 16. Passing's gone up. Off the ball's gone up to 15. He's getting more agile. He's getting stronger and more stamina. He's just become a really good player. I couldn't have asked for much more. And against Liverpool, I'll show you this game. It looks like we got dominated. United played Liverpool, I believe it was yesterday. Yesterday with the time I'm recording this video, and it was it was nothing like this game. I'll show you that. Liverpool were pretty much like what we were doing. Just had a few good chances, but couldn't finish at all. Whereas we only had 4 shots, 3 on target, which is near enough as many as they had. If we go to the stats just quickly, the clear-cut chances, all 3 of our like worked goals were clear-cut chances. So you're probably going to score one of them. Whereas they only had 1 clear-cut chance. They were shooting from outside the box. It wasn't really good for them. But yeah, I'll just quickly show you that goal, just because I think it was quite a good break between a lot of them. See if that loads up quickly. As you can see here again, yeah, Pogba playing 2 really key passes. Sancho becoming it's the front 5 really of Pogba, Goretzka, Sancho, Rashford and Martial. Because Martial just goes through on goal and slots it in the bottom right hand corner. He's become a really good player. To which we then went to Norwich. Rotated the side out a bit, as you can see. I'll show you the side I played. It was like a complete near enough rotation apart from Rashford and Kazawa, and obviously De Gea stays in there. But I didn't think we were going to do that as well as we did, to be honest. De Gea played really. Tete has been a really good signing, I've got to admit. I didn't expect him to become sort of like this good, not good of a player, but come in and play as well as he is. He's a really good player, I've got to admit. Garner as well, James Garner, brought him through the youth. He's played very well. A really good deep line playmaker, as you can see. 15 passing, 13 technique, 14 first touch. Can't really do much outside of being a deep line playmaker, but he serves his purpose anyway. And he's been playing very good. And then again, in Europe, we've sort of scored 3 here. I had Belotti starting. He did miss a penalty in the 80th minute as well, which sort of sums up his season, if you like to think of that. But for this game, excuse me, I brought through. I didn't want to play Pogba because I believe we have a game coming up now. Yeah, we have City 3 days after, so I didn't want to play Pogba. Didn't really have that, or Goretzka, if that. I didn't really have that many players in midfield, so I've got like Pogba, Goretzka, and then I think that's pretty much it from what I've got at the moment. McTominay as well, yeah. I believe Fred's out injured. Maybe I was resting him as well. But James Garner started, and then I brought through Aliou Traore from the youth. Now he looks, to be honest with you, he looks pretty good. He's physically he's very dominant. Determination's there as 17. Decent work rate, brilliant aggression, but then technically he's not all there, but he's pretty good in some certain aspects. So his tackling, his marking's decent. His passing's very good. So I just thought I'd play him in there. And he actually played a very good game. Lingard as well, he played a very good game. Belotti scored at last, and then Ethan Laird as well. He's just been playing very well for me as well, which has sort of been one of the reasons why you see the sea of green that we've got. It's going pretty well so far. So we are up against Manchester City. We are favourites, but this is the side I will be playing. So I will actually play him instead. Actually, so this is the side we'll be playing. We've got De Gea in net, and then left back Kurzawa, Lindelof, Maguire, and Wan-Bissaka. Just a obvious back four, really, from how they've been playing this throughout the season. McTominay in the ball-winning playmaker role. I was going to play Fred, I believe. Oh, is he injured? No, Fred's injured, yeah. I was going to play Fred, but he is injured, yeah. I could play him still, but I don't want to risk his injury anymore. Brandon Williams is coming back from his injury. That's a key thing to look out for him. Luke Shaw is near enough back now. I've given him a reserve duty so that he can sort of get back to fitness. But other than that, we've pretty much set up, because Goretzka and Paul Pogba in this midfield too have been pivotal, really. They've been like what have made this team tick. Martial up front has been outstanding, so he can stay there. And then Rashford and Sancho, hopefully between them, can try and get a few goals. But throughout the team, there's an obvious goal scorer in the team, which is Martial with 21 goals in 15 games. But the goals are sort of spread out, as you can see on the bench. We've had like 7 goals from Belotti, 4 from Greenwood, 3 from Lingard, just here and there, 2 from Tuanzebe, 3 from Pogba, 5 from Sancho, 5 from Goretzka, 3 from Rashford. Even down here, 2 from Dan James. That was what I was looking for. But we're going to go into this game now. As you can see in the table as well, if we do win this game, we actually go 7 points clear of Wolves, which is possibly possibly we can see ourselves getting quite far away from Wolves if we can. But yeah, this is the team we're going to go for. I've just got to go for it. I've sort of got to try and attack them, but at the same time, that they are lethal on the counter-attack. As you can see, Aguero, Sterling, Mahrez, David Silva, De Bruyne, Fernandinho, Zinchenko, Otamendi, John Stones, Cancelo and Ederson. Nothing new in this team. They've not really got anything different apart from Edouard, who is a very good player, to be honest with you. I actually have him on my other save that I did before this, just to see what I can do with Manchester United, see if I can get them playing as good as they can. And surprisingly, I've managed to get them playing as good as they are. But I signed him, and he was all right. They say he's got room to be a very, very good player, but he just didn't perform on the pitch as much as I thought he would. I thought he'd be like an Anthony Martial, where he's got a bit of pace, but a stronger Martial with a better finishing, because he's got the dribbling and the first touch in his locker. But no, he just doesn't seem to be that good, to be honest with you. So we're going to get passionate about this. Come on, lads, show me what we can do to keep our run going. Going to get passionate again. Tell them there's a lot more to come from them. I just want to come into this City game playing as well as we can, really. It's been a bit of a struggle so far, but I want to see what we can do. I'm just going to have a drink. And you got the first highlight, so De Bruyne corner in, which has come to McTominay, who passed it to Rashford and Martial takes his first shot at Ederson, who worryingly can't handle that. It didn't look like that much of a hard hitting shot, or a powerful shot, should I say, with De Bruyne with a free kick there, and he misses, and it comes to another corner again. Something we're not very good at defending, really, in real life and on the game. De Bruyne picks it up now to Silva. Silva out to Sterling. What can he do with it? Can he find a ball? And he can't. Kurzawa takes the ball away, and we go forward. Right. I'm going to demand a bit more from them. I want to see them get a bit more out of them there. They're all focused now. Look at that. Every single one of them is focused. But I'm going to just check on the latest scores down here. We're not playing particularly well, to be honest. Wolves are drawing with Palace, so we're trying to watch them to see what they're doing at the same time as us. And Maguire with the free kick out from deep here, into Pogba. McTominay now to Pogba. Those three playing the triangle are perfect, and Goretzka plays the ball through to Martial, who just can't get it past Ederson. That's a clear-cut chance there. That was a really good chance, really, if you look back on that in the game. And Sancho with the ball in, not really a great delivery. McTominay, what can he do with it? He's got 2 men on him. Can he find a pass out? He can't, and Fernandinho takes the ball off him. McTominay with a throw-in to Martial, to Sancho. Can he run it down the line? McTominay, what can he do? He loses it out now. Otamendi wins it back, and looks like they're going to go on the counter here. Wan-Bissaka's getting back to defend Silva. Sterling on the ball now to De Bruyne, to Silva, just playing it around us really. Fernandinho now. Sterling on the ball, takes a shot and it's just wide out. That was really close. And he's just picked up an injury, Sterling, so he might be coming off. Right. I'm going to keep it a bit calm. I'm going to keep it calm. I'm pleased with how things are going. I am pretty pleased with how things are going. I'm just going to go to tactics in the opposition. I want to try and close down. Who was it? There we are. David Silva. I want to sort of close him down because he seems to be a bit of a threat at the moment. And City, excuse me, sorry, Wolves have actually gone ahead. So we need to try and win this game now. Sancho with a deep ball in from the corner. It doesn't really come to anything. Ederson picks it up now. There's a VAR decision going on, and there's a penalty. What's that for? And Martial against City in the... Oh! Martial is a big game as well. You can't play up to the occasion. Sancho with the ball in towards Martial, and he doesn't do anything with it again. Goretzka picks it up. Played back to Pogba. It doesn't look like anything's going to come from this highlight as it's passed back to the defence. Martial's not having a good game at all. What will we see here now? It looks like it's going to be a free kick. Paul Pogba in a pretty good area, to be honest. Oh, Martial's there. Oh, he just doesn't get the rebound. Something's not going right with Martial today. He's 5.8 rating. He's been shocking in front of the goal. I'm going to have to bring him off. We're going to bring on Mason Greenwood, as he's been in pretty good form. McTominay's looking a bit tired. But I am actually going to bring on Juan Mata and push forward a little bit with this now. We need to try and get something out of this game. With Wolves winning, so we're going to have to go a bit offensive. Zinchenko with the ball in. Rashford picks it up. What can he do with it? Can he find anyone? He finds Martial, who takes on his man, skips past him, but Stones takes it off him. What will happen here, though, is the highlight continues. Stones plays it to Silva. Zinchenko on the ball now. Wan-Bissaka dives in and misses the tackle, who's now out of position, passes it to De Bruyne, to Silva. They're sort of playing it round us right now, playing it out wide again. Great overlapping run by Jesus there. And Maguire manages to get it out for a corner. Bit full on action here at the moment. De Bruyne in, and I don't know if Sancho managed to get that, but I'm going to ask him to show a bit more passion here. We need to get them fired up. Get firing. They look like they're coming forward a bit more. Lindelof, can he get it away? He can. Sancho, and now Rashford. Has he got the pace to take it forward? Greenwood's running forward. He doesn't find him. Rashford takes them all on. He just puts it wide. And in fact, as you can see at the bottom there, Wolves are now drawing with Crystal Palace as they've scored. But Silva takes it forward and rifles one into the side netting. Jeez. This game's really starting to pick up as we've picked up an injury on Jadon Sancho. Oh, that's not a good one at all. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring on Belotti. I need to see if I can sort of get anything out of this game. Hit them early crosses. I want to see the overlaps. Come on, lads. Close them down a bit quicker. Distribute to Belotti. He's got a decent header on him. We need to try and mix something up here, boys. De Bruyne with the corner in. It's deep. It's to Otamendi. Was there a foul in the box? There wasn't. Silva on the ball now. What can he do? Otamendi, can he find a cross? He doesn't. Silva, it looks like he might play someone in. But Wan-Bissaka with a great tackle. And here we come forward now. Greenwood with the fresh legs. Loses out. And here they go. Countering the counter. Jesus coming forward. Pogba's on him though. Zinchenko now to Jesus. Jesus into Aguero and De Gea with a beautiful save. Get creative, lads. We need to get something out of this game. De Bruyne with the ball in and Otamendi, we seem to be defending pretty well this game. We need to, it looks like we're sort of coming forward at them. Edouard plays the ball back to Stones. Rashford's closing down the keeper. Fernandinho into Silva now. Silva tries to find Edouard, but Kazar was there. Plays it back to De Gea. To Maguire now. And they're looking, in fact, whether or not that went in. Right, okay. That was a bit of a scary one. We're going to ask him to push forward as a final sort of instruction for the 90th minute. Or will we? We can't actually make any more instructions as Walker comes forward. Edouard on the ball now to Fernandinho. De Bruyne. We're sort of... Edouard through on goal. That was a big chance for City there. We asked them to push forward. It's the last 3 minutes of the game. Sort of go attacking. They're frustrated, but hopefully that frustration can turn into something. But it's full time. Quite eventful game, to be honest. It's not calm. I'm happy with what I saw out there. There were positives, but Martial, he had it so many times he was through on goal, and Wolves actually got beat, so that point could prove pivotal there, as we still have a game in hand. That could be a pretty big point, to be honest, as we hold City to the draw. But Sancho's out for 3 to 4 weeks, which is a big, big loss. He's proved to be a very, very good player for us. And Kevin De Bruyne was the big one, but Anthony Martial missing that penalty. I cannot believe that happened there. That is a real shocker, to be honest. Like he's scored how many goals? 8 goals in the last few games. He's the top goal scorer of the Premier League, and he just doesn't. How can he not finish that? I thought maybe I should have taken him off the penalty and given it to Rashford or Pogba, but he'd been playing pretty well all season. I don't know what had happened there. Anyway, I shall do the first round draw here with you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we actually get in the group. So, Espanyol get Kiev, Wolves and Zagreb, Leipzig and Arsenal. That'd be a brilliant game to watch. That's another 2 big teams knocked out. We actually draw Legia, who are from the Polish league. Shouldn't be that bad a game. That I'm pretty happy I'm away from home first, and as we can see, if there's any other big games as well. AS Roma and Sporting is a huge game. Sevilla and Borussia Dortmund will be another big game as well as Ajax and Salzburg. Let's see if Haaland's still there. He is actually still there, Haaland. How's he doing so far this year? 14 goals in 21 games. He looks pretty good, Haaland, I've got to admit. Might be someone I add in the summer, or potentially in the what's it called? In the January transfer window. But yeah, I shall come back to you in the Swansea game, where hopefully we play a pretty solid performance again. And you'll see a bit of rotation as well. Right, we are back. And as you can see, I've lined up the team pretty strong for this game. We have rotated out again, so we've got Romero, we've got Tete in the right back position, Kera, Twanzebe and Laird at left back, and then McTominay again. Goretzka is going to stay in the side this time, just so he can get a bit more playing time and see if he can pick up his form again, because he's been dipping a bit of late. Garner's in the side again as that deep line playmaker role that we'd love to see him play. Rashford on the left is standard. Lingard's coming in. Greenwood up top again, hopefully to see if he can progress and become a bit more of a goal scorer for us. Belotti, I know he's got 7 goals, but he's not really performed when I've played him. So I want to see him sort of like be rivaled in a way. I'm going to say assertively, go out there, be relaxed, play your own game. I don't want any pressure on them. This is the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup, I believe, as you can see. They're coming forward actually. Is the highlights 3 minutes into the game. McTominay gets it away and plays it to Rashford, who's running forward now. Can he find Greenwood? He can. Greenwood takes a beautiful touch out of his feet and he has a shot and it's taken pretty well at the near post. Taken very well at the near post. But yeah, this is the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. I believe Chelsea and Arsenal played each other in this one and Arsenal beat them 2-0. And Burnley played Everton. Everton won 2-1, I believe. I believe it was 2-1. So we might be playing one of those sides. So we have to have quite a strong side for that looking forward. As we're looking to go forward here, Tete plays the ball forward to Goretzka, who slots it home. Beautiful ball. Really good ball by Tete, as I've been saying, he's been very, very good this season, I've got to admit. Like, he's been playing really, really well. Their goalkeeper just plays it out and the defenders fall asleep. I don't know who that is. Who on earth? He was playing him off Goretzka, Rashford and Greenwood on side. And Goretzka just managed to get there first and slots it home at the near post. Don't need to see that offside. And straight from kickoff, we will see a highlight now. Who's this going to fall for? As Greenwood picks it up, takes on his man, takes it past everyone, nearly finishes there. Really lethal from Greenwood, I've got to admit. Really lethal. Lingard with the corner now. Twanzebe is there and it's just over the bar. Goal kick to Swansea City. Looking pretty calm at the moment, just really going about our business pretty neatly. Off the back of that City draw, I sort of want to try and get a few players firing again. I might bring on Martial for the last few minutes of the game, just so we can maybe bang in one or two. But yeah, as it looks like they can't get the ball away. Laird picks it up, who I know is a very good crosser of the ball. Can't get a ball in though. Goretzka's on the edge of the box, finds Greenwood, and that on the turn, that was lethal from Greenwood. Right into the side netting, that was a really good goal. Let's see how this one pans out. Laird tries to cross it in, he can't. Rashford back to Goretzka then, who plays it to Greenwood, who just pokes it home really. Striker's instinct. Poacher's instinct. Checking for if he's offside. He's literally directly on with that sort of player there. So yeah, we're playing pretty well. Frustrated from me trying to encourage them, but what can you say? As Romero picks up the ball, play it just to one of the centre-backs, Twanzebe and Kara in the defence. Didn't really go through the side. We've sort of brought in the two centre-backs as well, just so they can get a bit of playing time. But they've been playing brilliantly all season anyway, so they're playing really well. Norton to Laird to Goretzka. Goretzka managed to win the ball back, putting in a shift there. Lingard to Rashford now. Will he take a shot? He will, and Wood... Is that Woodward in net? Woodman in net. Manages just to save that. It's fair play to him. As we're coming up to the half-time point, as the ball's played forward to Greenwood, a bit of hold-up play, he might be able to do something with it, and he manages to take on everyone and the ball comes loose, but the keeper manages to pick it up. We've played pretty well so far. I'm just going to tell them passionately I'm happy with how things are going. And we're going to carry on. We're playing I can't really mock how we've been playing. We've been playing pretty well. Lingard on the right wing now plays a lovely ball through to Rashford, who can he finish this? He just can't. Greenwood plays it back to Lingard, who takes another shot and it's just not going in for us. I think at the 55th minute, I'm going to take Lingard off. He's played a few good balls, and Greenwood with his second goal there now. I'm going to try a different formation out, see if I can use it a different way. As Lingard plays the ball in, and Greenwood's just there to slide it past the keeper as he was about to pick it up. That was really, really good play. Excuse me, it's a bit of a yawn now. Oh, phone's going off. Forgot to turn that off. There we are. So I am going to try this out now, where I bring off our man Lingard and bring on Martial. Play these as sort of like a deep line forward, but I'm going to play them on attack. And then who else needs a bit of a rest? Garner can play through it. I'll bring Goretzka off for Mata. Swap these two about. Deep line playmaker defend, advanced playmaker. See what we can do with this sort of formation. Quite like the look of this. And then towards the end of the game, I might even bring Rashford off. He's not been playing that good a game, and bring on Belotti as a pressing forward. See if that sort of changes things up. But let's see what's going to happen here. As that looks like Kehrer. Yeah, Kehrer sort of got the better hand of their striker. That's showing a bit of strength. Twanzebe on the ball now to Laird. Coming down this left-hand side. And a beautiful over-the-top ball to Greenwood. Can he get his hat-trick here? He just can't. It's put out for a throw-in. Not that great a chance with two men on him, but still nonetheless, he did very well there. Martial now plays it to Greenwood. He's going to take it out of his feet and near post. Woodman just saves it. I'm going to take off Marcus Rashford now. Bring on Belotti as a pressing forward. See if that changes things up. Well, we played terrifically today. 3-0 again. It's just the sheer amount of goals we're scoring. It's just been really, really good. Spacing as well, as you can see. It's just a really good game at the moment. And Greenwood's through again. Will it be this time? It won't. Belotti, Greenwood, and it's finally ended up in the net. I don't know how Belotti managed to miss that. I'll have to see on the replay what's happened. But I'm happy for Greenwood. Mason Greenwood getting his hat-trick here. Deflection comes away. And I cannot believe Belotti's managed to miss that. As he's just utter shambles, and Greenwood absolutely thumps it into the net. I can't even say good goal. I'm going to praise the lads. We've done pretty well so far. Give them a bit of praise. As we've got another highlight here. We like going down this right side. And can they find Greenwood again? They can. He's just unbelievable with these runs off the shoulder of the defenders. And Swansea are in all types of trouble here. Mata with the ball now. Great ball in from the corner. Kehrer picks it up to Garner, who finds Mata. Was he offside? Yeah. Of course he was. It's Mata. But I cannot fault Greenwood's approach to the game today. It's been really, really good how he's fit in, played on the edge of the box. It's just been a great game for him. Let's have a look at what Swansea are going to do here. Looks like they're looking to get forward in the final few minutes of the game. Ayew getting forward now, who can be a bit of a threat. Great ball into Surridge, and it's a goal for Swansea. 4-1. Surridge with the goal. Let's see how this goes. McTominay can't really get the ball off him. Laird and McTominay follow Ayew down the line. Finds the cross somehow, and don't know who that is in defence there, but he just lost his man. Number 27. Who are you? Kehrer. Kehrer just loses his man. That was really, really bad. Coming up to the last few minutes of the game, and Greenwood just passed the post. That would have been his fourth of the game. But yeah, that's been a really, really successful game, I've got to admit. Let's go to the dressing room and tell them how happy we are with that game. I'm very happy with how you've played. Greenwood absolutely firing. And what I'm going to try and quickly do now, just get through all these different little bits as Phelan discusses it. Try and get through quick to the draw. I believe the draw is on the Friday. Let me just double check. As we try and get through this. I know the episodes are getting a bit longer and longer, but I want to try and get to I think the draw's on the Friday, as I said. Oh, excuse me. Neymar, Icardi and Mbappe all firing as well for PSG, as you can see. Might be a possible destination if they're not doing too well, but I believe they're top of the table. As we come to Friday, the 20th of December, will we have the the draw today. I think it's looking like we might do, actually. Here it is, yes. Right. Liverpool. Let's have a look at the few teams, actually. Arsenal, Everton. It's looking like it'll probably be Liverpool, out of Liverpool and Leeds, and us. I reckon the Liverpool, Everton, Arsenal, United, those two games will be very interesting. But let's see who's drawn first. Everton now. Out of everyone in the cup at the moment, Everton are the team I would love to take out of these three. They are quite a good side, but that defence just looks, especially Coleman. I know he's a respectable player, but I reckon Martial or Rashford on Coleman and Sancho running inside at Mina. I think it'll be lethal. So let's see. Let's see what goes on here. Everton drawn. It's Liverpool or Leeds, which means we have Arsenal. I won't mind having them at home. And it's Arsenal away for us on the 7th of January. That is a big game. That might be the next game that I bring to you. I'll just check the schedule. As you can see, the 0-0 against City and the 0-0 against Tottenham have been the two sort of games that I've said. There'll be interesting games, but we might lose points on them, which we have. And then Swansea we managed to batter. But let's have a look. Where are we going here now? I might actually bring you that Arsenal game because that comes back to back. Or in fact, to try and speed up the process, I'm going to play these 8 games. That Carabao Cup game could be a big one. But I don't want to bring you... I think my camera's just shut off. So I'll quickly wrap this up. I don't want to bring you two Carabao Cup games because I've only played 4 games, unless I decide to make these like a single episode, sort of quick little episodes where it's just 2 games. Because we play Arsenal 3 times in the space of... Or in fact, I might do... Depending on how it goes, I might do Arsenal, and get through these few games in one episode, which will be pretty good as well, which will lead us then into another few games in the future. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this episode. I obviously can't speak to the camera now, so I'm just going to wrap it up quickly. If you did like, please leave a like on the video. If you did like the video, please leave a like. If you're enjoying the content, please subscribe. Don't think we've got any subscribers yet, but please, yes, please subscribe. We're doing pretty well. I'm hoping to bring a few more things to the channel. Still. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I shall see you in the next one. Ciao.